Hi, everyone. Like I promised on Monday, I'm going to speak to you about the new moon. This is a powerful new moon in Cancer. It's a new beginning, it's a reset, it's a possibility for a second chance. And I'm going to use human design, astrology, and the gene keys, and we're going to make sense of where the planetary bodies are right now. What makes up the new moon is that we have the moon and the sun together, conjunct here in gate 53 in Cancer. And gate 53 is all about new beginnings. It's in 64 doors, the archetype that we call the initiator. And I think it's interesting to see where has the sun been before it came into this 53, and the moon, of course, as well. So they were in 52, which is the mountain. And the mountain is all about intention. And in order to feel that intention, we need to come back into that mountain, the groundedness, the stillness. And that's where we can feel, okay, this is the intent. We know that the 52 has to do also with the nine. They are the channel of concentration, and the nine is the mountaineer. So it's knowing in every step where you're going on that mountain, knowing that the top is there, but it's also about the journey and having the energy to take in each step. It's what's going to make you invincible. So there is something here in the 52 that was coming back to stillness, finding your intention and focusing around that intention. And then in the 39 last week, it was to kind of elbow out those blockages that aren't going to allow you to be invincible, to be focused. And we had to maybe look at some of the things that are a little bit provoking, because of course, liberating ourselves, going out, coming out from a kind of victimization to freedom, it's something that is important, and it's not always easy. So that's the 39 said it's worth it. And on the other side of that is love, and the 38 was on the opposite side, saying when it's for love, it's worth the fight. That's the warrior of love that we have in the 38, and the purpose of doing things. And this takes us back to Cancer, which is this nurturing, feminine, protective. It's the home, it's love, it's connection. um, and this is the new tone that is set for the next moon cycle. So we have new beginnings that have to do with nurturing, that have to do with love, with the relationship that we care about, where there is depth and meaning. And together with this, we see that it's a fourth line. So the sun is in a fourth line, the earth is in a fourth line, and the moon is in a fourth line. This is accentuating this heart-centeredness. It's all about the heart, it's all about trust, it's all about getting your truth across to the other and caring enough to do that. We can say that the Cancer crab, it's kind of a protection, it has the walls up. No, it's because it can face even the hard moments, because it really cares about the love that's there. um, and the other thing that feels very important, if we go down here in the list, is that we have the North Node together with Mercury here in Gemini. And still, this was here in the beginning of the week as well, but we we are going towards truth. And this is going back to saying that the 53 and the 54 have to do with believing in the old kind of 3D structures, where actually Gemini and the North Node are saying, no, there's a new way of communicating. We know that Mercury is kind of running through the wheel and faster than the other planets. It's only the moon that is faster, and that's not even a planet, right? So it's running around in 88 days, speaking with all the other planets and finding out the truth, communicating, being rational. And that's where the North Node as well is right now. So it is about seeing the truth. It's not about being overly optimistic. It's about seeing the truth. And the 12 says, I want to see it even if it's ugly. It doesn't matter if it's ugly or beautiful. I want the purity of and the rawness of the truth. So that's also coming into this to where we are right now. And it feels the third thing that is really important, and this is also what I've been speaking about, but you can see here in the seventh gene key, we have the new moon, we have Mars and Venus together. Here we speak about self-leadership, inner guidance, knowing from within you what's your direction, where are you going. Leo is is the sign where you shine. It has to do with the sun. It's ruled by the sun. So it's where you shine. But it's also about fun. It's also about self-expression. So we have Venus and Mars are only coming together. It's 2 years between each time they come together. And next time they're going to come around, they're going to come together all the way over here. So that they are now in a more individual, in a way, in a more your self-expression, your self-leadership, your you shining in the world. It's really that kind of fifth house energy. Um, it's a new start for that too, because wherever they were before, it's the feminine and the masculine is coming together here in a fire sign, and they also are trining Aries in trining Chiron in Aries, which is a possibility for healing. Maybe there is something in the past where you felt burnt, fire signs. And on the other side here, in an opposition, we've had Saturn, which can be about the past, about the restriction from the past. And here we've had it here in codependency. So something from the past that can now be healed again. A 2-year phase maybe where Mars and Venus are coming together again in Leo, in the seventh gene key. That's all about inner guidance and healing something where you might have felt burnt, but now maybe it's coming, it's a new opportunity. So it could be a second chance in some ways, what I feel. It could also be to just kind of leave behind you what doesn't serve you anymore. um, and the fact as well that we have this reflector chart. So 53, 54, it's about expansion and abundance and aspiration in a new way that is unique. And that is going to be flexible in a way because it's flexible to who you are. It's flexible to your inspiration of how you want to live your life, how you want to shine, how you want to nurture, how you want to be in relationship with the other, how you want to be in relationship with your inner feminine and masculine. It's all that possibility. And Leo and Cancer, it's very much your closer interpersonal relationships. So it's individual, but individual with the people that you care about, with the people you have fun with the people that you can be creative with. That's where we have all the energy right now. And then we also have these healing opportunities, this kind of tension where you can let go of the past, where you can go from the victimization into a truer freedom, where you can look at the turbulence of the world and see that not all the turbulence actually has to shake you. There can also just be a compassion for the state of things. So that's what you see here in the outer planets, whether we're looking in the wheel or we're looking in the table. And I feel like we have basically been, well, the Chiron here in Aries, that is your own authority. Instead of trying to control, I would say that's the one thing, not trying to control the outcome. There is an amazingly beautiful possibility for a new beginning, a reset, a restoration, more fun, more nurturing, more quality in interpersonal relationships, more truth. That's there. And what feels important with that is that you don't try to control exactly how it's going to happen, because here when we look at the 21 in the low frequency, we have control, and the higher frequency is your authority. So it's you stepping into your authority, you stepping into your leadership. But if you try to control, and this is where I can see as well where we have Capricorn in the old structures, if you want it to happen by the rules that and the structures that's been there before, that's when you can, I feel, kind of lose or bypass some of the beauty. We want you to be in your authority, and that's when we read about the 21st gene key. It's not trying to control anything. It's actually in its authority, and you can see its leadership when it allows things to happen. So that feels very important. It's you not having expectations about this super beautiful reset, but being in your authority, being your center, being in the in your unique expression, and then is where most of the magic can come through. um, yeah, so happy new moon to all of you, and I'll see you again next week.